Alright, here we go. We out here to get our pre-trip in. You know who we represent right now. Bam! Let's see where we go. Already. Yeah, boy, get your smiley face on. She got it.
Let me close this because it won't turn on.
How you gonna get out if you close it?
No, because I got to turn that wheel all the way to the left.
Oh, okay.
Umbrella out here. What's up?
We out here getting it in.
Pokemon.
What? Chase the Pokemon in the bus? Yeah, man. It'll be a better party bus. That's all right. You know how to get it in for what we're getting it in for.
You need one of these.
Yeah, okay. He didn't give me nothing.
Yeah. You need one of these.
I'll wait till you're done. I'll just walk through with you guys.
Starting from
I'll
the
get my
top.
paper later.
Were you going to do it?
Yeah, I'll start off and somebody read it to me.
5 clearance lights, turn signals, hazards, markers, high and low.
Wait. This is how you do it. I approach my vehicle and I do you do a general quick look, make sure there's nothing in the way of your vehicle. Just the
Make
general.
sure.
There's no damages. You know, you can see a major. It's been an accident. I ain't driving it right now. So you want to take a look real quick. Just a quick overview. Okay. I'm gonna start my pre-trip inspection. All right.
About the front of the vehicle.
The front of the vehicle.
5 clearance lights.
1, 2. Here. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right.
Okay.
5
turn
clearance
signals.
lights. Turn signals.
Bam.
Left and right. No damage. All of the screws inside. No damage. Got one screw missing.
Amber
Is
in
it?
color.
Huh?
And amber in color.
And amber in color.
We got a screw miss on it?
Hazards.
Okay. Hazards are where?
Same thing.
Oh, they're inside there. Okay.
Yep, it's inside.
Hazards.
And then your markers.
Oh no. Didn't we
Those
already
are 5
to those?
clearance lights. There are 5 clearance lights and there are,
5 clearance lights.
and those will be your markers as well.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So we have 5 clearance lights in good
on the
condition.
side of the markers.
No damage.
Markers right here.
And we have 2 markers in good condition. No damage.
Okay. High and low headlight.
High and low, high and low. High and low headlights. Okay. So we have your left and right headlights in good condition, no damage. Good condition, no damage.
All right. Are all your lights clean and functioning?
Oh, all my lights are clean and functioning. We won't know that until we get inside, though, huh?
No.
Okay. So they're clean and
Because
functioning.
they're checking to see if they're clear and of obstruction.
Uh-huh.
Nothing's in there. They're not cracked or damaged
Okay.
or anything. Nothing's obstructing
Right.
or foggy or anything.
And these forward-facing lights are amber in color.
Okay. So my headlights are clean, undamaged, and functioning.
Those are your clearance lights.
My clearance lights are clean, damaged, and functioning.
Not damaged.
Not damaged. What did I say? Damaged?
Yeah.
They're not damaged and functioning. Thank you.
Okay, and you got
Okay,
right here.
rearward-facing lights are red in color. Rearward-facing lights are red in color.
The rearward facing lights are red in color.
We have to talk about those now.
Yeah. They're right here in the
Okay. You know. Okay. So say the
rearward facing lights
The rearward facing lights
are
are
red in color.
Are red in color.
We'll go back there to look
Okay,
at them.
check window.
have to
Window
go back and
washer.
look.
No, when you get back there, you went down
washer
again.
fluid.
The window washer fluid.
Oh, okay.
Make sure
Okay.
the cap is secured.
I checked the window washer fluid. Cap is secure. No leaks. No damage.
Windshield is clean and free of cracks and obstruction.
Windshield is free and clear of any obstruction, but it's not. It's cracked, but it's damaged. A little damage, but it's okay.
Wiper
Alright.
arms are not bent and wiper blades are soft and pliable.
Right. Wiper arms are not bent, in good condition. The wiper blades are in good condition. Wiper blades are all in good condition. no damage to them.
And they're soft and pliable.
And they're soft and pliable.
Okay. Front bumper is securely attached
Okay.
and not sagging. to
Okay.
Left or right.
Front bumper is clearly, securely attached, not sagging, in good condition,
From left to right,
from left, right? From left to right.
From left to
In
right.
good
yeah.
condition from left to right, not sagging, in good condition.
And then you want to look down both sides of the vehicle. Make sure there's no unevenness in the body.
I'm looking down both sides of the vehicle, make sure there's no unevenness in the vehicle.
Okay. Now we're going to go on to the driver's side.
Okay.
Check that the mirror is well mounted.
The driver mirror is well mounted, no cracks, no damage, it's clean
No
and
missing
free.
hardware.
Yeah, no missing hardware, it's not damaged, clean. Windows, the mirrors are clean, and they're functioning.
And then the driver's side sliding door, the sliding mirror is clean with no obstruction.
This is what we're talking about. Oh, this is the driver's side window.
Sliding
Oh, okay.
glass.
The driver's side window is clean, functioning, and not damaged.
Okay, now moving down to the steering axle. The
Okay,
steering
moving to
wheel
the
turn
steering
all
axle.
the way to the left.
My steering wheel axle is turned to the left, so
Okay.
side.
We're gonna check the frames for cracks, holes, welding repairs, or
Okay.
any other
We're checking
damage.
for the frame to make sure it's not cracked, damaged, or any fluids or liquids coming from it.
Check steering parts for bent or cracked rods, links, and
Steering parts
arcs.
are in there too. Steering parts are in there.
Yes. Where it's connected to the steering linkage right here.
Okay. Steering linkage.
Are we going to have to point to them per se?
Functioning, not
Well,
damaged.
yeah. But
And,
they got it turned to the left, so you can't really go in there and see it unless you're underneath
And then
the.
we want to check for worn or loose bushing. You would check for that.
That'd be in there too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
And
look
we will
for-
check for loose bushings. Can't
And
see
then-
this shit though.
And look for missing bolts and cotter pins.
in there.
Yeah, remember, trust me.
That's
Don't
what
worry
you would
about it.
want to point out. So
Well,
when
okay.
so when you're going out here, you're just saying
Uh-huh.
any loose bushings.
Uh-huh.
I'm checking. Okay, I'm moving down to my steering axle. I would turn. It's turned all the way to the left.
Right.
And I would be checking the frame for cracks, holes, welding repairs, or any damage. The steering parts are. I'm checking for also steering parts that are bent, cracked, rods, links, or arms. And I will check for worn and loose bushings inside of here.
Right. Okay.
Okay, and inside, and then I will come back and I'll say I will look for any loose bolts, cotter pins, or all of the, and make sure everything is well lubricated. That's where, and then you will come and you'll come back to it, and then you will look. I will look in here while this is there. I will look for the springs, shocks, and air ride bags. If they're all securely mounted,
that's a
nothing's missing, and the hardware, shocks and airbags, if they're not leaking.
That's a lot of information.
I know.
And then you also have
Like,
the
we got to
safety
remember that
part.
word for word in there?
What
Yes.
part is that?
Brake
Where-
components are not visible without crawling under the vehicle.
Where is
Yes.
that at?
Right there in the bold one right there.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Brake components are not visible
without crawling
Crawling
underneath the vehicle.
vehicle.
And so they will give you a pass on that.
Yeah, that, but you still will.
We just got to just
You still have to say it if you don't
Sure.
say it.
Yeah, that's part of it. You
That's
gotta
why
say
they
it.
say this.
This is a lot of stuff on here.
Yeah.
Woo!
So then we come to the
Okay, let's
TI,
do it like that.
from the tires, the ICD.
Uh-huh.
That's the inflation, condition, and depth of the tire.
Of the tread.
Yeah. So the inflation, we check the proper inflation of the tire pressure gauge from the valve stem.
Okay.
Last time all the way at the bottom.
The valve stem is right here. Okay. And then check the thread. The tread is evenly worn.
Right.
And look for cuts or any other damage of the tread sidewalls.
Okay.
And make sure the valve stem is capped and not leaking.
Right.
It's well capped and it's not leaking. And then the tread depth should not be less than 430 seconds in the steer axle and not less than 230 seconds on the drive axle.
You also got to make sure that they're not mismatched.
They're not mismatched and
Or
they're evenly worn.
Different types of
Mismatched
tires.
sides
And no
on sides,
recaps?
Tires on
No,
same
no
axle.
mismatched tires on the
Yeah.
same axle.
Yes.
No recaps on steer
And no
axles.
recaps, yeah.
That's these.
And then now we got wheels and rims. We check for all the damages and cracks that they are not bent, nor they have any illegal welds
Yeah.
inside.
Good, good.
Cracks.
And now we go to the lug nuts. If they're all present, free from cracks or any distortions, and show no signs of looseness, such as rust trails or any shiny threads.
Right.
Make sure none of the holes are cracked or distorted. And the lug nuts as well. Okay, mud flaps. The mud flaps are right here. Okay. The mud flaps are right here, and we're checking to see if they're securely mounted. No missing bolts and no dragging on the ground, nor are they rubbing on the tires.
Okay, don't forget outer hub.
And the outer hub. Okay.
Outer hub.
You gotta
outer
make
hub
sure that
is not leaking,
and the oil level is
at the
above the ad mark.
is above the ad mark.
Okay.
Okay, now you're gonna look at the driver's side of the bus.
Now we're gonna look at the overall condition of the vehicle side of the bus. And no cracks, no vents, no damage. The windows are good. We got the turn signal, right?
Turn signals.
Turn signal,
markers.
and the turn signal is amber in color, and we got the markers amber in color.
Make sure they're clear and functioning properly.
Right.
Clear and they're functioning.
They're clean and functioning properly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're come to the what? The rear axle.
The rear axle. All right.
We got the rear axle right here. It will be checked for the steering axle for the following expectations. This is a dual wheel axle. Make sure there are no gaps between the rims.
Right.
No gaps between the rims. There's no debris between the tires, and the tires are not rubbing against each other. Check the valve stems. One valve stem, other valve stem right there.
Where?
Right here.
That one's
There's one
hard
right
to
here.
find. No,
Y'all know you
the
can't
inside
see that one.
Where's that one?
I don't see
The
it.
inside one is hard to
It's in
find.
there.
I don't know how he found it in the morning.
I know he found it this
right.
morning.
Saw it.
You see it?
Right there.
Okay.
So there's one right here, and then there's one right there.
Good eyes.
Okay.
Okay.
The valve fins are the valve stems are accessible. Also check the mud flaps if they're securely mounted, and there's no bolts, no
not
missing
dragging.
bolts, nothing dragging, and not rubbing the tires. Okay.
Rear of bus and engine.
It is the hottest part of the
What about these lights?
Those are the ones we spoke
Those are
about
markers. Those are the rearward. Where were you
earlier. The ones that
at?
was facing.
The rearward.
These are the rear
That's just
markers that are
reflective.
red in color.
These are the red in color. The rearward ones that they were talking about. They're red in color.
Clean and functioning properly.
Okay.
Then you
Clean
come back
and
here.
attached.
You see if there's any leaks, any loose wiring or mechanical stuff on the ground. If there's anything
Right.
on the bottom, you check again to see all 5 clearance lights, turn signals, brake lights, hazard lights, backup lights, and markers should be clean and properly functioning. Bumper is secured and not sagging. Look under the engine compartment for any leaks. Open the engine compartment door.
Look under it.
Yeah, look under. That's for the leaks or any loose.
That's gonna be really hot.
It's very hot.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Now visually check the coolant level with the sight bubble.
See here. Where the hell you are at?
This is the coolant. That's the sight bubble, and that's the cap right there. And it's make sure the cap is tightly closed and not leaking. Okay. Now we got to identify the oil stick. This is the oil stick. This is the oil, and we got to make sure the oil level is above the ad mark.
For the oil, the transmission.
Okay. Now the automatic transmission fluid dipstick is right here, and the fluid should be above the ad mark. Right.
Thing for the power steering.
Uh,
Make sure it's not leaking.
The power steering reservoir is not leaking. The flood level is above the ad mark on the dipstick. Note, power steering pump is located underneath the engine and cannot be seen without crawling underneath the vehicle. Looking back to the left of the compartment, check the exhaust. Check the exhaust for any damages, loose or missing clamps or fittings. Looking for signs of exhaust leaks, such as rust, soot, or carbon deposits. Like right here. They're sitting right here. They're
We
sitting.
found some.
We found some at
Also
Now-
check for excessive noise.
from exhaust while engine is running.
While he's okay, now start engine.
Okay.
We'll push this button to the rear ignition to the rear, and we'll push it. Okay. Now on this part, there's 3 gauges of the engine compartment: the oil pressure gauge, the water temperature gauge, and the voltmeter. They must be clean and working properly with the parameters of the voltmeter showing in a positive charge. And then we got to shut off the engine. We turn it off like that to the engine kill off switch, and then we put it back to the front, so the front could be working.
Okay.
Okay. Now all belts must be free from crack, not torn or frayed, and the adjustment it's no excessive free play. It must be what?
That's the
3/4.
One serpentine belt.
Is
Oh,
it
wait.
3/4 or
You see it?
3/4 of play? 3/4 of play in it?
Yeah, not more. Yeah.
No more than 3/4 play in the belt.
3/4 or 1/4?
I thought it was 3/4.
Play.
It's 3/4.
I didn't even see it.
It's not even there, but I think it's 3/4. It should be 3/4. Okay. Okay. All hoses. All the hoses are clamped and free of bulges and cracks or cracks and not leaking. Alternator right here. This is the alternator.
It's securely.
It's securely mounted, not missing no bolts, and the belt is driven. Water pump. Securely mounted and not missing no bolts, the clamps and hoses, and the gear is driven. Note, the air compressor is inaccessible from here and is gear driven. Close and secure engine compartment door. This thing is hot.
Passenger side.
Okay.
So what was this one over here? It's nothing. Just a hole.
Okay. What is the 3/4? Is it 3/4 play?
3/4.
Yep,
Okay.
3/4.
Okay. 3/4. Okay. Now, passenger side. Check this side as you would do the driver's side. I'm going to check this side as I would do the driver's side. Now, open the fuel door. The fuel door is down here. Now, the fuel door, the fuel tank should be free of leaks and securely mounted with the fuel cap tight and not leaking. The entry door working properly. Oh, okay. That's this. Close that up. That's the fuel. Now, the entry door is right here, working properly and well lit. You got the lights right here, and you got lights right here. You got 3 lights. And then the entry well is well lit. The steps are not torn and free from slipping hazards. The wheelchair lift is stowed away properly. Now inside the vehicle,
Okay.
you grab the rails. You grab the rails to see if they're securely mounted and there's no missing hardware. Okay, seating is secured, bolted. Bolted, and the floor is not. There's no loose or missing cushions. The aisles are free of clutter. All emergency exits are clearly marked. All baggage compartments are secured and nothing falling from them. That completes the in cab. No, I'm going to go to the in cab. The inside of the vehicle. Now we're going to go to the in cab inspection. Are you going to do the brake test?
You can do it.
Okay, I'll do it. I'm kind of nervous on this one. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. We got to do it sooner or later.
Sit in seat and fasten seatbelt.
Oh, because the vehicle, we got to get in it because we got to close the door. So
To get it started, yeah.
John the crew.
Okay.
I don't want to be.
Okay. Okay, now it says to fasten seatbelt. Now I'll be looking at my seatbelt. I was looking for any rips, torns, or frays, and to see if it was broken and securely mounted. No missing hardware. Okay. Adjust to driver. Okay, now start. Oops. Start the. It says to start the air brakes Okay.
Start the ignition.
Turn on the switch. Turn on the switch.
And wait for the buzzer to stop. You're looking at these lights over here.
Okay. Diagnosis bus. The engine. Okay.
Engine is started and all warning lights have gone out. Start with the air brake. So you want to make sure that the ABS brake is also gone. You want to mention that too.
Okay.
That started
Now
by
the engine
itself,
has started. All warning lights have gone, including the ABS light.
ECs.
Okay. Now start the air brake test. Am I missing something?
Nope.
No, you did good.
We're doing good.
Am I missing something?
Let me get in here. You gotta close the door.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna start with the air brake test. The governor cutout. It should be no higher than 130 psi. Accelerate to the needle stops raising at approximately 120 psi. This should be a good test. So raise it.
Let's just stop at 130 psi. So you can see that needle rising over there. Past 120 now.
What's that at right now?
130. Oh no.
Now it's 130
Okay. That's my governor cutout at 130 psi.
when you hear that noise.
And that's a good test.
No, you don't go by the noise.
You
You
have
go
to go by
by
the gauge. Yeah.
The gauge, right? 130. It says 130 psi, and that's a good test, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now I will be conducting applied leak test. Should not leak down more than 3 psi in 60 seconds for a straight truck or bus. Release parking brake. Release the parking brake.
And then shut off engine.
Oh, is he rolling forward?
Yeah,
Yeah, you have to put on the brake.
Okay.
You gotta do that, right? Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't say that.
Shut off engine.
Yeah.
Okay. Shut off engine.
Will it roll
Note
with
the air
No
pressure.
pressure is at 120 psi.
Mm-hmm.
And
Now
press
press
the
brake pedal and no air pressure again.
no air pressure again.
No. So you gotta release the brake and press it again. So it dropped down to 3 psi. Drop down 3 psi. Sorry.
So just tell me where the pressure's at right now.
It's at what is that number? What's that?
So it's like 90, 100, 105, 120.
Okay, so
100,
it don't have to be right on.
112 or something.
112.
So
Nice.
112, and you're gonna start your minute now.
Start my minute now. I'm holding it.
Okay, we can simulate. You don't have to hold it a minute. So.
Okay. There was no. There should be no more than 3 psi air loss. The test is good.
Yep.
Now, pull the brake.
Yep.
Okay.
You gotta hold your foot on that brake pump. No, we have things out there, but
Oh,
it's not in front of the tire right now.
But it says leave parking brake release and
Oh,
start
shit.
engine.
So
I know, it's because I need you to open the door. Yes, it needs
You want to put a chalk?
Yeah. There you go. That's why they got a chalk. But we have to turn that wheel to the left though when we get, do that
Yeah.
under that left wheel.
Ooh, is it? Do we have to chalk it during our exam?
Yeah.
can we chalk it when we're in
Would
our
you chalk
exam?
Do we chalk it or is it already going to be chalked?
Okay, you can let off the brake now.
During our exam, will it already be chalked or should we?
No, you'll be on level ground. You'll be out there where it's level. We're just on level.
Oh,
We're not on level ground here.
Okay.
Okay. Leave the parking brake release and start engine. Okay.
Try to close your door again.
Oh, sure. Okay, now I will be conducting a governor cut-in. Should be no lower than 85 psi. Brake pedal should reduce the air pressure by 3 to 5 psi, then accelerate for 10 seconds. Look for the needles to start to rise. Repeat steps until you see needle start to rise. Make note of the pressure. this will be your governor cut-in if it is a good test, or it is a good test. So I will go to 85